Polk County as a community has evolved and grown, but also on the sports tourism side. And our next guest is part of that growth that is happening in Polk County, and we want to welcome to the show Clay Roberts, now the head coach at Florida Poly, the soccer team there, and not unfamiliar to us here at Sports Central, but in this current role. So congratulations on the new gig.
Yeah, thank you. It's a little different being in purple.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys printing everything out in purple today.
We knew you were coming. We knew you were coming.
No, that's great. I'm excited about it. I think it's a great opportunity for not only our county, but a wonderful university that is just booming at the current moment. And to be a part of their launch of athletics is just really exciting.
Let's talk about how you got here today, not driving down 98. But what I mean is, talk about the stops you previously had at Polk County and how it's led to this opportunity for a brand new program. And then let's talk about what does that mean to create from the first brick.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, obviously Polk County's home, and to go backwards to start in college, right, playing at Florida Southern, before I moved out and continued playing for a few years. What brought me back was Southeastern, to be the head coach of men's soccer at Southeastern. 12 fantastic years there, and just a wonderful experience, a wonderful university. The Florida Tropics, Major Arena Soccer, the RP Funding Center, for those 7 years, the 7 seasons that existed, just has been a great thumbprint on myself, on my family, to be able to grow up and to now have my oldest son at Jenkins, and seeing everybody kind of go through the mold. This is home for us. And so as this opportunity at Florida Poly came about, a lot of people said, Clay, you should really look at this. There's a good plan behind it. It's not just kind of thrown together. And so we had some great conversations and a wonderful interview process, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of the Poly family now.
I mean, the idea that this is going to be the MIT of the South, that this is going to draw in that's got to be alluring as a coach, to think that you're going to get that kind of quality student and then student athlete that you're going to be able to mold hopefully in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's intimidating walking down those halls. I'm not gonna lie. As an
not
athlete,
looking to engage in a conversation.
I haven't checked my shoulder or not introduced myself as much as I didn't want to those early days. But it is a fantastic institution. The academics are so strong. To have student athletes that are pushed in the classroom as much as we're going to push them on the field is exciting. It's thrilling. You want to see success in all phases of life, not just academically and on the athletic field, but as character as well. And so these are kind of 3 pillars that we're building the program around, and to see it kind of come to fruition and start has been fun. So a little pressure off in the current moment. So we're excited about it.
Well, but talk about that. My son Logan went to the International Baccalaureate at Bartow, and so the rigor that was the academics for that. So that's some insight I have into probably what's going on over there. And he played athletics. So you get home late, and then you got to study and do all those things. So I'm envisioning something similar. So have you as a coach had to look at this situation different than maybe other stops that you had? Are you changing the way you practice? Are you changing what time you practice? What does all that look like for you?
No, that's a great question. It's 100% yes. It has adjusted everything that, you can kind of take a rinse and repeat of other things that have been successful and just plug and play. But we've had to really examine it. We have to have a holistic approach about building this program with the academics in mind, the rigorous schedule. So we're practicing at 6 a.m. Beforehand. The learning environment is rigorous. It's not just, a STEM program is not just go through your class and then move on through your day. You now go to a lab, and it extends that. And, to put these students in the best learning environment, we have mandatory study halls in place, success coaches in place. The resources are there for them to be successful. Obviously, a student has to do the work, right? A student wants to be on the field to get playing time. They have to do the work to be able to do that. It's the same thing in the classroom, at Florida Poly. And I had a student, a transfer student, who just said, "Hey, Coach, is this schedule correct?" when he initially received it. And I said, "Yeah, I think so." And that looked like calculus at 9 a.m. for 4 days. That looked like he's leaving that class going to trigonometry, and then a physics lab. I said, first semester might be tough.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get through it. You know, let's tap into the resources. So absolutely, we've had to adjust maybe from the past experiences on how we're going to put these student athletes in the best place to be successful, and we believe in it. So it's going well.
I
know
remember
for
having
sure.
a schedule like that. It wasn't
Yeah.
mine; it was
Yeah.
my friends.
Yeah.
But I remember that schedule.
Well, I know for sure. You know, speaking for myself, just getting tours of the campus when
yeah.
classes are going on,
Yeah.
and you're going by and you're looking at the whiteboards, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're.
Yeah.
I see squiggle lines.
Triangle.
And
Hey, got one.
And yeah, I have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on in this room. So
It's very impressive. We have tremendous students, and I think as the athletes kind of step into that space, they'll be able to hold their own as well.
Well, congratulations! Got the first wins
Mm-hmm.
in program at 3-0 right now, right?
Yes, for sure.
Don't want to say it out loud. Never mind, we didn't say it.
it's-
But talk about what the window was like and how quickly you had to put this team together, how you put the team together, and then how did that turn into 3-0? It doesn't seem like any of that should work together.
No, it's been difficult. No, there's no doubt about that. I think late April, I think is when I was hired, and so to have a few months to field a team, and you know, I think really just tapping into the many resources over the years locally is kind of where we initially started, and that's from the Tampa to this I-4 corridor, essentially, just saying who is local, who is up for the task, who can get into this university, you know, and then I think as the first couple recruits came across the line, I felt a little bit more comfort in saying, okay, I think we actually don't have to panic as much, and we can be strategic in our recruitment, even though it seems like the 11th hour, and it was. So a lot of late night calls, a lot of a lot of hours on the road, getting around town, making visits, meeting with families, doing tours, you know, on the weekends whenever admissions are closed, and just trying to really say, you know what, if we're going to do this, let's jump in, you know, and I don't want to put anything out there that's not going to be a representation of this university, of myself, you know, and of this team that we hope for it to be. And so the players have done a tremendous job. We've got players from all over Florida, a state school, being in-state tuition, less than $5,000. I mean, guys, I was blown away, to be honest. I didn't know it was that affordable.
Yeah.
And so a student who has done really well in the classroom, they're basically walking in with everything covered. And so from a coach perspective, that really adjusted. All right, high academics is our number one go-to. And then do you meet the standard on the field? And so that was the initial build out of this roster, coupled with transfers, you know, coupled with a few international students who were very interested in coming over. And so we've been able to piece together a good group to play, you know, a few games already. I got a late call from Georgia Southern, a Division I program, about 5 days before preseason starts. Said, hey, we had a cancellation. Are you interested? So you know what? We move in Friday. Let's play you on Saturday morning. We'll throw our guys to the fire. But it was really for me, just to see, hey, how are we going to match up? And we had a closed door scrimmage down at IMG, and they beat our pants off, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a great learning experience. But it let us know, hey, we need to change a few things before we get into these games. And Thomas University, Florida College, and now Weber International have been the 3 games that we've played, and we've put goals in and only conceded 1 goal in 3 games. And so, you know, we feel like we've started pretty well and excited about where this season will go as you kind of launch athletics.
Great facilities there on the campus as well. So had to be an easy selling point to get the kids in, to see the campus, to see I mean, it is remarkable, the buildings and the workspaces and whatnot, and then to see the other facilities. It's got to be a great sell.
Yeah, the academic facilities are they're as impressive as I can say, and as you've just mentioned. But you know, we don't have athletic facilities, so we have wonderful partners, and so we're grateful for the city of Auburndale, you guys, obviously, just to help us open the door. You know, where our sports are kind of spread out, and we've had 3 home games over at the Lake Myrtle Sports Park soccer stadium. You know, we had a full house the other night for the launch of Purple Week. You know, all the students came back in, and charter buses taking kids over from campus, going back and forth, shuttling, and a big tailgate beforehand. It was a tremendous launch, to the athletic department, but for the men's soccer program as well, and great student support. All the high ups were there and enjoyed the environment. And so I think for me as a coach, it was kind of a breathe easy moment to say, you know what, I think it launched exactly how they were hoping for, and let's continue to move forward and make it better.
Great.
Just one slight correction: the Orlando Health Soccer Stadium, not the Lake Comorno. Just want to make sure we pay the bills.
That's true. That is true.
No, but great partners as well. But to your point, this is another one of those things. Early on, we were talking about how the impact of one project turns into quality of life feature, and now it's another opportunity for an up and coming university and having those things in Polk County. And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you don't need to leave Polk County. There are so many things to do. College football, we had Roy on a minute ago talking about high school football. College football, there's great college football in Polk County. The technology is a lot better than it was 20 or 30 years ago, where you're putting a VHS tape. Those kids at home don't know what a VHS tape is. Go ahead and Google it to record it. But you can experience all these things right here, and this is the next thing for Florida Poly and for its students. So not only is it good to have the athletics, it's good for the school spirit going forward. And I saw an article the other day where enrollment is way up for Florida Poly. So just real quick, how does that help you as a coach?
Yeah, absolutely. That student experience means everything. We can sit at home and watch a Gators game, or we know what that experience is like.
Florida State.
Florida State. That's right. Okay. I remember. But it's one of those things where you want that for Florida Poly. They've never had it. And so to see the student interaction has been tremendous. The buzz around campus, you mentioned enrollment being up over 2,000, I think 2,300, somewhere in that range. It's a big jump, and we've got a president just driving things forward. And him bringing on athletics is a risk for sure, but he is very confident, and there's a great plan in place. And so to have that student engagement and to see the success of it already on campus, it's not changed Florida Poly at all. It's just added to an already robust environment, and a sense of spirit. Definitely has shown up. A lot more purple T-shirts floating around campus, for sure.
And that's part of it too. It just adds, it compounds upon itself in a good way. Real quick, we got to go to break, Coach. But is there a website or upcoming games? How can people get involved with your program?
Absolutely. You can go on floridapoly.edu. You can check it all out. All the links are there. The schedules are up. Again, it's an athletic department in progress being launched. And so as more and more things get put online, I think you'll see it more accessible. And so be sure to check it out. We'd love to see everybody out at the games. Love to see you guys out to the games and treat you right.
It's a long drive for Jack and I.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks so much. Good luck this season.
Thanks, guys.
We'll have you back very soon.